5 painfully true reasons why the highly sensitive people experience the world differently. There will come a point in our life where we would wish to be empaths, to understand, to feel what others are thinking, only because it might lighten up our life and make it easier to comprehend. But it is verified that empaths get their power from their DNA. And the one is either born an empath or they aren't one at all. Since everything present in this world vibrates with electrical energy, it is believed that an empath's power comes from sensing the varied variations that take place in the electrical power around them. This helps them feel people around them. It is very interesting to note that the empaths force their brain to mirror the person they are trying to decipher. For example, the thought process of two individuals at all times are completely different and cannot be comprehended, even by scientific means. But empaths mirror the exact side of the brain which is performing the actions, and instead of reading the other person's thoughts, they mirror their actions enough to know what the other person is thinking. It brings forth the notion of lived experience where the empath and the person they're emphasizing bond over similar experiences. Just like everything else on earth, there are both pros and cons to empathy. Although, since it is much rarer ability to have, it has bigger problems. An empath's dark side is a mix of the two opposing forces existing in their soul. It is ignorant to think that an empath can feel the positive emotions and thoughts emanating from the person. They get both the negative and the positive, but they would always be a bit more attracted to the evil side of things, for the dark has always been a curious and attractive notion to everyone. The aura is seducing, and the empath falls into the trap. They fall prey to the toxicity in the world. With their understanding of the world and how human relationships are supposed to form, they can never understand why negative emotions are present only to hurt people. Now, being the good, benevolent, and emphatic people they are, they would always try to protect one from the vile negativity present in the environment, which in turn overloads their mind with emotions that are alien to them, and which destroys them from the inside slowly and gradually. Empaths absorb energies all the time, neglecting their own bodies. An empath considers it's their duty to save and heal every person they come across, for which they have continuously feel their emotions, positive or negative, without stopping for even a moment. Now, while this might help the other person, it exacts a major toll from the empath, with their bodies and minds getting battered by the onrush of feelings. They neglect it for a long period of time, which ultimately leads to them being solidly vulnerable to anyone wanting to manipulate them for their needs. An empath's love can never be a single person's. No one can call an empath to be theirs. Even when an empath might claim to love someone truly, they would never be able to give themselves to that person completely, because they feel it is their duty to heal the world of all pain that it brings forth. This leads emotional strife that further overloads the empath and creates a major disturbance in their lives, which are already troubled to begin with. An empath would care for every single person in their path, even when they are in love with someone else. Now, any person who loves the empath would probably not adhere to that. Inner battles that never seem to end. An empath has their inner battles to fight too. While absorbing so many emotions from their surroundings, it is obvious that they might come across feelings that aren't theirs, but feel like it. Such emotions can be negative and dangerous, and their positive side, which is a healer, would battle against this dark side, further weakening the empath. The only way to get rid of this is by understanding which emotions are which and realizing the differences between them as they come.